morning students, and today we are going to learn 10th class geography lesson number 4, climate of India. And one student asked me in the comment section about explaining climate of India. That's why we are entering into this lesson, climate of India. And climate of India lesson is explaining about India's climatic conditions, and we have to know first what is the meaning of climate. What is the meaning of climate? We have to know the average weather condition, the average weather condition of an area, the average weather condition of an area for a long period of time. Long period of time means at least 30 years is called climate. It means when we observe the definition of climate, we are observing some keywords. Average weather condition of an area for a long period of time, it means 30 years, is called climate. Average weather condition. So weather is the common point which is located in the definition of climate. It means if we know the average weather condition, definitely we have to know about the climate. Okay, now we have to learn what is the meaning of weather. So, weather is the average atmospheric condition. The average atmospheric condition is called weather. It means to know about weather, we have to know about atmosphere. To know about climate, we have to know about weather. And now we have to see what is the atmosphere. We know very well. Our surrounding areas are collectively called atmosphere. It means the air, water vapor, gases which are located on the above the earth surface are collectively called as atmosphere. And we already learned in the lower classes, atmosphere is a mixture of several gases. It means what are the gases in our atmosphere? And we are living on the surface of the earth, and it is filled with air and includes gases, water vapor. And what are the gases? If we take the important gases in atmosphere, nearly 78% we have to see. 78% in atmosphere filled with nitrogen N2, and 21% nearly oxygen O2, and remaining 1% neon, argon, xenon, krypton. All these organic gases are located in the atmosphere. It means 2/3 part of the atmosphere compounded by nitrogen and 21% by oxygen, which is called as a breath of life. So this atmospheric average condition of an area is to be called weather. And now we have to see what is the differences between the concepts of weather and the concept of climate. Generally we are using the concepts of weather and climate, we are using these two words to use the same meaning. But actually weather, climate are not same. We have to see now. What I told you, the average atmospheric condition the average atmospheric condition is to be called weather, whereas the average the average weather condition is called climate. But weather is denoting about a small area. It means we have to express about a small area, then we can use the word weather. Whereas we have to express about a large area, it means weather represents a small area, climate represents a large area. And weather is able to change. Weather is changing every day and every hour and every minute to minute. It means weather is changing. It is changing hour to hour. Of course, day for day. And whereas it will take at least 30 years time to observe any change in the climate. See, the students, suppose we want to ask us what is the climate of Kashmir, and undoubtedly we can say Kashmir has a pleasant and cool climate. We did not go to Kashmir, but how it is possible, how we are confirming that Kashmir has cool climate? It means so many years back onwards, it has the same climate. It means by this conclusion, what we have to know about? So climate is not easily changing hour to hour and day for day. Of course, climate also changing along with weather, but weather is changing every day, every hour, whereas climate is changing. To observe any change in the climate, it is taking nearly 30 years. So 30 years average weather is to be called collectively climate. And generally you are observing while watching the news in the channels, in the end of the news you are observing weather report, forecast weather report, and what will be the condition of our India, what will be the condition of AP in the next coming 2 days, next coming 3 days. They are forecasting and explaining. It means while explaining, they are showing some important maps. So, what is the name of these maps? Do you know it? So, these maps are to be called as climographs. So, maps which are explaining about climatic condition, maps which are explaining about climatic conditions are to be known as climograph, also called climatographs. So, climographs are explaining what for us? So, they are explaining about monthly temperature and monthly weather, monthly rainfall, and totally monthly climatic conditions can be explained through graph. So this type of graphs are to be called as a climograph or climatograph. And these climographs we are able to see in the textbook page number 45 of 10th state. Okay, see the textbook 45 page, and you are observing in this page 4 climographs which are explaining about the Delhi, Leh, Chennai and Jaipur. Okay students, in the first climatograph you are observing, it is the climatograph of New Delhi, and New Delhi is located on 28 degree 6 meridians and 77 degree 2 meridians. In this latitudinal and longitudinal line, New Delhi is located, and you are observing Delhi records highest rainfall, which are the blue bars, and this August month, this New Delhi records nearly 200 mm rainfall, and July month more than 170 millimeters of rainfall, and the third highest rainfall receiving is in September, and that is more than 75 millimeters of rainfall. And you are observing in the same picture the red and the thick black color lines, and which are explaining about the mean maximum temperature, and the bottom one is mean minimum temperature. And the mean maximum temperature is observing, and it is touching the line of 40 degrees Celsius. It means the temperature of Delhi also approximately more than 40 degrees, and the 40 degrees temperature is observing in the month of April, May, June. Between these 3 months during the summer season, Delhi records highest maximum temperature, and in the minimum temperature also more in the month of June. That is about the climograph of Delhi. And in the same picture you are observing least rainfall is receiving in the month of October and November, December respectively, and which is the cold season. Okay, let us come to the second picture. Okay, the second picture, students, and this is about Leh. It is in north part of the India, Jammu and Kashmir, and it is located between 34 degrees and 8 meridians to northern latitudes to 77 degrees and 34 meridians of eastern longitude in between these two lines. And we are observing Leh also receives rainfall like Delhi in the month of July, and in the month of August it is recording more than 15 millimeters, and it is comprising a temperature mean maximum is also on the same 2 months, July and August, and even mean minimum temperature is also recorded in the month of July and in the month of August. Let us come to the third picture. Yes, okay, students, we are observing this is the third picture about Jaipur, and Jaipur is located, you are observing in the picture, between 26 degrees and 9 meridians of northern latitude to 75 degrees and 8 meridians of the eastern longitudes. And this Jaipur is also located, and it receives rainfall, highest rainfall in the month of July and August, and that is more than 200 millimeters. And in the month of January, February, March, and in the month of November, December, Jaipur is receiving very lowest rainfall. And Jaipur is located in the west part of our India. That's why generally it is recording high temperatures, and its temperatures are crossing 40 degrees in the month of April, May, June, and whereas mean minimum temperatures also recorded in the month of June, and it is crossing the 25 Celsius line. Let us come to the fourth picture. Observe the students. This is the fourth picture about Chennai. This is climograph of Chennai, and Chennai is located 13 degrees and 1 meridian of northern latitude, and 80 degrees and 3 meridians of eastern longitude. And these remaining three pictures are comprising the common features because they are receiving highest rainfall in the month of July, August, or in the month of June, July, and we are observing, whereas in New Delhi and Leh and in Jaipur. But whereas we come to the fourth picture, Chennai is located very south of our India, and it is receiving rainfall by not the southwest monsoons. It is receiving rainfall by northeast monsoon. It remains retreating monsoon. That's why the rainfall is receiving by Chennai in the month of October, November, December. So the highest rainfall receiving in the month of November, and that is more than 350 millimeters of rainfall, and the second highest rainfall receiving in the month of October, that is more than 275 millimeters. whereas the temperature, Chennai also records high temperatures at approximately it is crossing the temperatures more than 38 degree Celsius, and this is continuously observing in the month of May and June. It means in the summer season, whereas the mean minimum temperature is also recording by Chennai and in the month of May and June, and that is approximately more than 25. So the temperature of mean minimum between 25 to 30 degrees in Chennai in the month of May and June. So according to these climatographs, we have to get a conclusion what compared to Delhi, Leh, Jaipur, Chennai comprising the difference in climatic conditions because it is remaining three places are receiving more rainfall in rainy season, whereas Chennai only receiving rainfall in the month of October and December, that is retreating monsoon season. And one more difference we are observing in these four pictures, New Delhi, Jaipur, Chennai are recording the temperatures are respectively New Delhi approximately 40 degrees, Jaipur also 40 degrees, and even Chennai also 38 degree. But whereas Leh, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, recording only 25 degrees Celsius because it is very top on our India, and we know very well when we go very height of the places, automatically temperatures are coming down. That's why in the area of Leh, we are observing it is recording the lowest temperatures compared to remaining the three, Jaipur, Chennai and Delhi. So Leh, the city is recording lowest temperatures among these four. Okay, ma? Okay, students. See, you are observing four climatographs. One is about Delhi, and second one is Leh, and the third one is Jaipur, whereas the fourth one is Chennai. And in these four climatographs, we will see what are the common features. And see the New Delhi, which is in North India, and the North Indian place Delhi is receiving highest rainfall in 2 months. It is in the rainy season July and August. And if we come to the Leh, also receiving highest rainfall in the month of July and August. And of course, it is common in even Jaipur also in the month of July and August. But once we have to come to Chennai, which is very south in our India, and which is inspiring, which is getting rainfall by northeast monsoon. That's why instead of the rainy season, Chennai only receiving rainfall in the month of October and November, which are the starting months of the retreating monsoons. And one more thing you have to observe here. Come to Delhi again. You are observing two lines. One is mean maximum and mean minimum temperatures, and mean maximum Delhi also records approximately 40 degrees Celsius, and here the Jaipur also records approximately 40 degrees Celsius. Even the southernmost city, Chennai, also records 40 degrees Celsius. But once we have to go to Leh, it is recording very less temperature, that is 25 degrees only. And can you say why Leh is recording 25 degrees Celsius? Because Leh is located very north part of India. It is in Jammu and Kashmir, and we know already when we have to go ascent from the surface of the earth, the temperatures are decreasing. That's why according to this principle, basic principle, the temperatures are very low recorded in Leh. Okay, ma? Thank you for watching. If you wanted to get the up-to-date notifications, try to watch these videos continuously. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.